I grew up in chaos, abuse, loss, constant fight or flight, and somehow that journey led me here, building legacies through real estate and helping others do the same. My story isn't polished, it's not easy to tell, but it's proof that you can build something beautiful out of the hardest beginnings. And today I want to share my story with you. Not because it's easy, but because I know someone out there needs to hear it. Maybe you've gone through loss. Maybe you've lived through chaos. Maybe you've had people doubt you, dismiss you, or tell you that you'll never rise above your circumstances. I've been there, and I'm living proof that you can rewrite the story. Legacy isn't inherited, it's built. I'm the youngest of 8 kids. My childhood was, let's just say, far from safe. My mother was emotionally, physically, and mentally abusive. Home wasn't a safe space, it was a battlefield. At 12 years old, instead of being in school like most kids, I was already working. Not because I wanted to, but because I had to. I didn't just get to be a child. From a young age, I was carrying responsibilities, living in fight or flight every single day. And it didn't stop there. Even though I was the youngest, I had to step up as a caretaker. Some of my older siblings struggled with addiction, and I found myself looking after them. I had nephews who needed a safe space, and they came to me. I was the safe person, the protector, even though inside I was still fighting my own battles. That was my normal chaos survival, always bracing for the next storm. And somewhere deep inside, I knew that wasn't the life I wanted to keep repeating. I didn't know how yet, but I knew I wanted different. My father passed away when I was just 18. Losing him so young left a hole that never really healed. Since then, I've also lost 3 siblings, one on my birthday. Each time I felt like another piece of my foundation crumbled. And then there was my mother's passing. She left everything to her favorite daughter and favorite son, something she never even hid during her life. That moment fractured my family even further. It wasn't about the money, it was about what it symbolized. It was the final slap in the face. It confirmed what we'd always known, that we weren't chosen, we weren't favored, and we weren't anything. For some of my siblings, that pain sent them spiraling even deeper into struggle. For me, it lit a fire. I realized if I was ever going to build security, legacy, and stability, I would have to create it myself. Through it all, I was raising my 2 beautiful children. They became my why. I decided that the cycle stopped with me, that my children would not grow up in fear, in chaos, or in instability. They would grow up knowing love, support, and safety. I became the mom I wished I had. And every decision I've made in real estate, in business, in life, it all ties back to that commitment. Real estate became more than just a career path for me. It became a tool, a way to build something lasting, something tangible, something that couldn't be taken away by anyone else. It became a way to take all the pain and chaos of my past and turn it into clarity and purpose. That's why I built Her Empire Keys. It's not just about properties, deals, or numbers. It's about unlocking the chance for people, especially women, to build legacies, even if they weren't handed the best start. My story is proof that where you start doesn't determine where you finish. I didn't grow up with wealth. I didn't grow up with opportunity. I grew up in abuse, loss, and chaos. But I chose to use that pain as fuel. I chose to build a new story for myself and my kids and the people I can help through Her Empire Keys. If you're watching this and you've ever felt like your past disqualified you, let me tell you it doesn't. In fact, it might just be the very thing that gives you the strength to build something greater. That's the heart of Her Empire Keys. Legacy isn't inherited, it's built. And if I can do it, you can too.